So, latest research as far as exercise goes, and the latest research shows that people go to the gym several times a week, right? One, two, three, four, five, multiple times a week. Um, but so currently, research shows that um, if you if you working out like let's say 4 times a week, right? You're gonna be having just as much of an impact, positive impact in the body as someone who just goes to the gym twice a week. So going to the gym multiple times a week is not necessary for benefit as far as health wise goes. We're not talking about bodybuilding because all the time people listen too much to bodybuilders and what they're trying to accomplish. What a bodybuilder is trying to accomplish is different from what the regular individual is trying to achieve. Are you trying to burn fat, lose weight, just stay healthy and fit? That's very different from bodybuilding or poly for other stuff. That's what they're trying to accomplish is different. The expectations are different, all that stuff is different. So you can't continue to judge everything based off of bodybuilding, right? So if you only have time to go to the gym once or twice a week and you put in that work, you're gonna get the same impact as someone who spreads it out through 4 or 5 days a week. So if let's say you do 2 hours of workout in 1 or 2 days, right? And someone goes to the gym for 5 days a week, right? And puts in 20 minutes, 5 days. This is about what, 100 minutes, close to 2 hours, about the same. 25 minutes a day is about 2 hours. The impact as far as health is going to be the same for both groups. Person went to the gym 1 or 2 days, versus the guy went to the gym 5 days a week, and spread it out. Same impact. So we just gotta like appreciate the fact that there's no excuse to not be healthy, right? If you have 1 day off from work when you rested, you take that time to go to the gym or work out, you're gonna get the same impact, as someone who's doing 5 days. As long as you put in the work, you don't lazy around because you got just 1 or 2 days, you got to put in that work. If you only free on the weekends, yeah, go to the gym on the weekends. That's enough. You don't have to go every day, but just make sure that when you go those 2 days, you're on it. Because if you're not on it, then you deprive yourself of the benefit when you have only 1 or 2 days free to go to the gym. So just remember that. Um, so it's all about impact and effects and what you do. So I'm gonna get started with my warm up. And the thing I like about research is that a lot of time we make assumptions about stuff, right? We assume stuff because we have this intuition of what we think would be the case, what would be true, what would happen. But research allows us to go beyond just intuitive and actually look at the numbers of what actually works. Now, regardless, I want to say this because this research is based on what people report. So we are assuming that everything that was reported by the people who they surveyed is true, or who they did the research on is true. As long as that is true, then everything that was the accurate research can be relied upon as being accurate. So there's that drawback there. So as long as the data they use is correct, then the research and analysis can be relied on as being somewhat true. And I'm quite sure they're going to do a lot of repetitions, repeats of this research to see the actual concept. So if you have 1 or 2 days in the gym, don't feel bad that you're missing out on working out. So compared to other people who are free to do 5, 6 days a week, as long as you put in the work, you'll be fine. But this doesn't apply for bodybuilding. A lot of the time, people keep going, going by what bodybuilders are doing. They are trying to achieve something different and extreme compared to the average person who's just trying to stay fit or lose weight or just maintain strength, whatever. So it's a different ballgame. Just stay healthy and stuff. So I get this confused and whatever. And even with when it comes to muscle building for the legs, even bodybuilders, often talk about the legs not needing to be worked out excessively. Like if you do 2 hours of intense workout on your legs once a week, you should be fine. Like that would be really, really intense, high rep, heavy weights once a week on your legs. That's even just good. But you can't just spend the whole weekend working on just your legs. You need much for other things. So let's go. So every week I'm going to give you guys different research uh, stuff that's out there that gives you facts based on research, the scientists and researchers. So you know what the facts are from the fiction and all the myths and all that stuff. Because research is not just based on intuition, but based on what you've seen happen in the gym and what you've studied. Okay, so that's just what I like. So I'm going to give you guys every day. So let's get started with our warm-up, all right? Get your weight. If you don't have a weight, there's a gallon of water, something heavy, whatever you have. If you don't have any of those, you have a kid, 4 or 5 year old, 6 year, whatever. Use them as your little weight and have fun with the kids. And just move from side to side. Get that one going. With this, I'm working on my biceps, right? My biceps are activated. I'm also warming up my back. I'm also kind of stretching, getting loose, all that stuff. Okay. I'm just gonna take this side to side. I'm gonna go up and down. Okay, hear my joints cracking there. One. This is a good warm up. I got scale as usual, 6, 5, whatever. And the whole game is to allow you warm. And if you're starting to work out and you don't feel like working out, just do a warm up. That'll allow you to get in the mood for it. Warm is just basically like, I don't feel like working out, just get in the mood. Easy, slow. The body starts to warm up, feel the heat. Before you know it, your muscles are activated. The nerves are ready to fire. And you're good to go. Side to side. Keep going with your kids like that. So you know side to side is fun. They're gonna give you a laugh. Use any ways you can find. Yeah. Let's do a biceps. Just a bicep warm up. Go slow and easy. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. That's a good warm up. See, I'm working against like sweating. Heart is pounding. The body's all excited. Next, we're gonna go into our push-ups. All right. I'm gonna wear my vest. Okay. It's gonna make me sweat a whole lot more. It's okay. Intense push-ups. Okay, my push-ups are not flat, lazy push-ups. And I've explained, the difficulty of push-ups so people understand the physics and the principle of what makes a push-up hard or easy. Okay? I'm going to try to explain it every time. I apologize if I've seen this before, but get new people all the time, so I want to explain this. I want to use this here. Okay. So I have this chair here, right? If I'm doing a push-up, raise like this, okay, that's fairly easy because my heads are much higher than my legs, right? So the principle is simple. The higher the head is compared to the legs, the push-up is going to be easy. So if I'm standing up against the wall, and I'm just pushing off of the wall, it's pretty easy. Anybody can do that. And if you're overweight or obese and you can't do a push-up, once a single push-up, start from the wall. Easy. Push off against the wall 10 times, whatever, and start off from there. That's going to help someone who's obese to how big you go. And then from there, you find a little platform, you know, like maybe a window or a table. Make sure it's sturdy enough to hold your weight. The wall window is usually good. You just push up and make those weights rise high. You do your push-ups from there. Now your head's a little bit lower and closer to your legs are stretching out. All right? So that's a little bit harder. When it comes to something a little like, a chair or a couch or a bed, it's a little bit lower than that, right? When you push up from there, your heads are getting closer to the level of your feet. It's a little bit harder. And then you got a flat ground, flat surface. When you're flat on the ground doing your push-ups, that's even harder than when your hands are raised above, up to the chair or couch or whatever. Okay? And then the next level from the flat, so now your legs and heads are on the same level. So that's the next level. Right? That's regular flat push-ups. And then it gets harder when your legs are raised above your head level. So when my heads are down here and my legs are raised, that is even harder than a flat regular push-up. This is what I usually do. And you notice I don't have a double couch. Just to raise it up a little bit more. And the higher it goes, the harder the push-up. Okay? And so you keep going on. As long as the legs keep going higher, it gets harder and harder because you're not pushing up most of the body weight. And then when you have the legs flat on the wall, almost like you're doing a hand wall, and you're pushing up off of the hand, that is the hardest push-up you could possibly do. You can't get any harder than that. So then to increase the intensity of my push-up, I wear a weighted vest. It makes it even harder. So there are different levels of push-up. So if you see someone with a flat push-up, or a push-up with a raised arm, that's easy compared to a flat push-up. You gotta understand the physics of everything. And this is the hardest type of push-up with the legs raised. Not the hardest, the hardest when the legs are straight up on the wall while your head's all the way down flat, vertical. You don't feel vertical. All my legs raised is a little harder than the flat push-ups. So understand the difficulty, wearing a weighted vest. All those things make the push-up difficult. Now, some people can have, 100 pounds of the bag jump push-ups, flat push-ups. That is hard. 200 pounds, that is hard. So the more weight you have in your back, all that gets. If you have a key holding onto your back while you're doing push-ups, that's hard. If you have a heavier person like a spouse on his back, that's even harder. So the more weight you have in your back, the more weight you have strapped to you, the harder the push-up gets. So different levels of intensity. Just understand how everything works. You appreciate what you're doing. And you push your body a little bit more. So I'm going to do 20 for 20. So basically, I'm going to do 20 push-ups, 20 dips to get my workout started. All right, let's go. Now go all the way to the ground and you hear the click. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And I always do clean push-ups. I go all the way down, go all the way up. And one thing is that when you have your legs raised on the platform, it's hard for you to cheat. You're not going to be letting your head forward and not pushing up. You have to push up, not lean up. So that is another thing. It's hard to cheat on having legs raised because you can't lean up anymore. All right, 20 dips. 2, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, let me see what's up. Now, what are you getting ready for? Who's asking that? Steady sharp. You get ready for everything. Everything and everything. But generally, when I'm working out, I usually think about, you know, just being fit for grappling. Because I do grapple, right? And I do tournaments. So I'm not sort of like getting ready for something. I'm staying healthy every day, every time. Staying fit. Because that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Everyone's supposed to be doing. But outside of that, if I have a tournament coming up, I get my workout for that tournament. Make sure my strength is top notch. Maintain my weight for my class, all right? And just be as strong as you are. The stronger you are, the better you are at grappling. So I'm not preparing for anything, but if I have a time coming up, you guys are going to know, I'll be ramping up my workout. But as far as home workout, it's usually just maintenance. Maintaining your fitness, your health, and all that stuff. Listen, what you do when you're young, you pay dividends as you get older. Those who stay healthy and work out and stay fit, you don't want to be 65 years old and be going in and out of hospitals or doctor visits. You just want to be a regular 65-year-old having a good time with your family, playing with your kids, your grandkids, and all this stuff. You don't want to be in and out of the hospital. You want to enjoy life. So you're 90, 95, you're still walking, driving. I want to be 90. I'm driving my own car myself, living in my own house. I don't want to be in a nursing home. I don't want to be, getting shut from place to place. That independence is the beauty of life. And pay those dividends now. Now that you're strong and fit, because the sicknesses of later years, they happen because we didn't pay the dividends now. And the trick here is that you don't see the effect of bad lifestyle choices until 30 years down the road. And that's what people just overlook. Think about it this way. If you hold your breath, most people in 1 minute, they're dead. Some people can hold their breath for 5 minutes, go deep down the water. There's just some world records, right? For as matter of minutes, if you don't breathe, you're dead. The next comes water. If you don't drink water, most people 2 days, they're almost dead. 3 days, I think half of human beings are dead if they don't drink any water. And any fluids, not just water, but any fluids at all. We're talking about fluids pretty much. Any fluids 3 days. And for most people, in a matter of days, maybe a week, they don't drink any water, they're dead. And the reason why it's basic water is that there's moisture in the air. So it's a rainy season, right? In the rainy season, you can still breathe in moisture. Even if you don't have water to drink, you can still breathe in moisture that will sustain you for many days, maybe a couple of weeks. And it all depends on what you are. If you're like a humid rainforest, you can survive weeks and weeks without water. But if you're in a desert, a matter of 2 or 3 days, you're dead. And whatever it is, the faster you're going to die without water. And then comes food. Food. If you're not eating any food, let's say you're drinking water, but you're not eating any food. The average person within a month is dead with no food, and you're just drinking water. Now, some people can live a little bit longer than that because if they're obese. When you're obese, you have a lot of fat storage. You can go months, maybe 3 months, 4 months, without eating or just drinking water. So you can see the effect of how long it takes. You got air, water, food, and the next comes exercise. If you don't exercise, you're gonna die quick. Not quick, sorry, you're gonna die, not quick. I didn't miss the point there. You're gonna die. And the less exercise or physical activity you do, the faster you're gonna die. So let's say you're just lying in bed. Let's say you're in a coma or vegetative state, or you're injured in hospital and you're just lying in bed. You're not moving at all. If they're not moving you around, turning you around to clean your room, shower, feed, you're gonna die in 1 or 2 years. That's why it's hard to survive coma. You have to be engaged. The muscles are gonna atrophy. You're gonna lose your hands, all your leg muscles. If someone is in coma for a year and they come out of it, they're not gonna know how to walk. They're gonna have to learn how to walk gently because the muscles are atrophying. Everything. They're gonna be skinny out, lose a lot of muscle weight. So your body needs exercise. If you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. So just remember that you need exercise. It's just that the effect of exercising takes decades to show its effect, 10, 20 years. And the more you don't do it, because think about it, you do some type of exercise as to go about daily life. If you walk to your car, you've done some movement. You climb down the stairs, you climb up the stairs, you've done something. Even if you're not in the gym, you do know something. You carry the garbage out, you lift something. So there's always something we're doing that keeps us going. That's why I use the extreme example of someone who's in a coma or in bed, lying in bed, not moving at all. That's the extreme state. The muscles are going to be gone. You can't walk, you can't move your hands anymore. You have to learn everything. That's why those guys need physiotherapy to get back and be independent again. But, that's just the point being made that if you don't exercise, you're going to lose your muscles, and you keep eating unhealthy, the heart's going to clog up, heart disease, high blood pressure, cancer, all that stuff is going to rock up. So just remember that your body needs exercise. And the more you do it, the better off you are. Just don't do extreme exercise against the injured or causing the injuries. Just steady, sufficient, intense exercise is just great for the body. You look good, you feel good, you live long. So that's about it. And just one more way to qualify that point. Smoking is not good for you. There's absolutely no study that has shown that smoking gives you any benefit whatsoever. Zero. All right? People who smoke kind of come up with some excuse for why they smoke, why they like it. Nobody cares why they like it. It has no health benefit, It's just a habit, an addictive habit. Now you can smoke for 1 year, nothing's gonna happen to you, right? 2 years, 3 years, 4, 5 years. You're not gonna see any effect. It's a slow damage of your body, your cells, your lungs, and all that stuff. After about 20 years, 2 decades, you can start seeing the effect of smoking. And the more you smoke, the faster the effect will show up. And the same thing with exercise. The more you don't do it in your daily life, even physical activity of walking, you really about walking on a stroller or a bicycle or you're not walking, you're running, lifting stuff. You have, let's say someone never goes to the gym, but they have a job that's menial. Let's say they work construction, they always lifting stuff, moving stuff around, working in the warehouse, pushing and carrying boxes. That's enough. That's enough exercise. If you do that for 8 hours, 10 hours every day, you don't need to go to the gym ever. Because you get enough physical activity in your daily life to be healthy. You never need to see the gym and to live to the 905. Someone who's, a housemaid, it's kind of peas around, moving stuff, right? Cleaning. They're constantly moving, doing laundry. They're constantly exercising through physical activity. So even though they never go to the gym, they can live to be 905 because of what they do every day. Right? So your body needs to have movement. Stay in motion to stay healthy. If you're not moving, you have a sedentary job, you're sitting at a desk at work, you're driving a truck, that's not good. You gotta find a way to move and get the body engaged. That's how you stay healthy. Alright? Let's get to the next set. 20 for 20. I hope you guys are following me, man. Let's have a good time. Let's exercise. 20 for 20. Alright, you ready? And this weighs down my shoulders every time. That probably makes me more than naturally really push-ups. My shoulders are tired. Alright, let's go. 20 for 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Whew. Good job, Brad. Next is still dips. So just remember this trick to understand whether or not you need to be working out. How much motion does your body get every day? Whether it be from your daily life, from your job, from going to the gym, how much motion does your arm do, the legs, the spine, how much movement do they engage in every day? That will let you know how much physical activity or exercise you get on a daily basis. Riding around in the car is not enough an exercise, or riding around in the truck. Yeah, you're moving, your motion, but your body is not moving as much, if at all. So that's just how you figure it out. Am I walking around on my job at school in the warehouse or in school as a teacher? Am I a security guard who sits at the desk all day? Am I a security guy that walks around the building, walks throughout the building, in and outside? How many miles do I walk every day? How many miles am I running? Either in the job or in the gym or out, on the street, whatever. How much movement is your body getting? And that is the principle to understand how much workout you're getting, how much exercise and physical activity you're getting every day. And so somebody might say, hey, I'm 90 years old, but I never went to the gym. Yeah. And what did you do for a living? Oh, she was a housemaid. The housemaid, you constantly cleaning, doing dishes, laundry, moving stuff around, cleaning, mopping the floor, carrying the kids. You're doing a whole lot. You might be burning more calories than someone who is going to the gym. So all that stuff counts. How much body movement do you do? I'm a construction guy. I never go to the gym. There's nothing of moving stuff. Lifting as a plumber, carrying pipes, twisting stuff. All this stuff is exercise. All this stuff is a workout. It just happens to be a part of your job, your daily life. It's all about how much body movement you get. That is the principle. 20 dips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Getting too excited. Yeah, 10, right? You always count. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 20. Oh, I'm feeling hot. And that's the only thing about this. That's not the only thing. It makes me feel hot. It weighs on my shoulders. Which I don't like at all. Whew. Oh, let's take it out. Think of that. Ah, oof. Oh, sure, it feels good. Yeah, but I love this weight of this. They just make it more intense. Because I would rather do 50 to 100 intense push-ups and spend my whole day doing 500 flat push-ups with no weights. You know, just so much time. And the functional, intense, hard, that's also good to go for me. I prefer that. All right, so there's a review of the research. Research today says you don't need to go to the gym 5, 6 times a week to get all the health benefits you need. If you can squeeze all that workout into 1 or 2 days, because those are the only days you get off, or the only days you get a chance, that is fine. Just make sure to make the most of it. In the gym 1 or 2 days, go hard, go intense, and you're gonna get the same benefits as if you spread it out through 5 days, 6 days. Okay, so it's all about finding time to do something at least every week. Don't wait, don't work out for 2 months, and then you go and do 1 day. Like that's not. You want to be consistent, regular. Once a week, once twice a week. That's a minimum. Do 1 or 2 hours. You know, if you can't do that, there's nobody that can tell me they can find 10 to 15 minutes of workout every day. You work out for 15 minutes every day, 7 days a week. That's awesome. And if you add it up, that's probably about almost 2 hours of exercise a week. Not because you're 15 minutes every day. You can do it at home, you can do it. And that'll be fine. So you gotta stop making excuses and start putting in the work. And like I just explained, the reason why people find it comfortable pushing back, pushing off exercise is because the effect of not exercise takes a long time to appear. But once it starts appearing, you're almost done. It's very hard to reverse them. You know, like we said, a matter of minutes, you're dead if you don't do it. You don't get some. Water, a matter of days, you're dead if you don't get some. Food, a matter of months, you'll be dead if you don't get some. Exercise, a matter of decades before you see the effects, 2 decades. So if you're 20 years old and you stop exercising, by the time you're 45, you'll start having health problems, diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer, heart attack, and other stuff. So just keep that in mind so that you stay healthy as you get old. You will be 90 years old, living in your own home, working by yourself, driving your own car. You won't be 90 and driving, not being driven around. That should be that's quality of life. You can travel when you're 90, travel around the world when you're 90, go visit all your grandkids and your kids, go to the games, just have fun. Retirement, man. That's the life you want to achieve. You won't be little going from doctor to doctor, being bedridden, whatever. You won't be able to have fun when you So yeah, that's what's up. Okay, I'm gonna do another set with my vest off. I can do another 20. Let's go. 3, 6, 5, 6, 10, 15, 20. So yeah. Woo. Oh, what's going on? Woo. I'm gonna do one more set. Friday set to call it a day. Yeah. Boom. All right. One more set. I'm gonna do 10 for 10. 10 push-ups, 10 dips. And I call it a good morning. I hope you guys got to learn more information today. Just like share information, give them advice, things and research, not me. They're just hearsay. Peer-reviewed research. That's what we do here. Okay? So one more set, 10 dips, 10 push-ups. We call it a good midday workout. It's a midday workout. Get back to work. All right, let's go. Quick 10. 7. My workout basically intense clean push-ups. Okay, no fake push-ups here. Go all the way down, come all the way up. No cheating. Intensity all the way through. 7. All right, now that's it for me today. That was fun. That was entertaining. I hope you guys learned a couple of things. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Gio, next time is just clean up. Stay tuned next time. Woo. Oh. All right, guys. Peace out.